Yeah, books. What are those? Nowadays, there's so many forms of entertainment. We have video games, movies. On Cinemassacre, we review all that. But for a long time now, I've been wanting to do books. And this isn't going to be fine literature or anything like that. These are mostly going to be steered more towards nostalgic books or books that have made an impact on me as a kid. Or things I've come across in recent years that I find pretty cool. There isn't going to be any scripts or anything like that. I'm just going to go, just completely unscripted. And so think of it more like a show and tell kind of thing. I'm not going to get too in depth. So this is more like sort of some recommendations and just looking at books. First up is Goosebumps. I just found these in my garage, or actually my mom's garage. She was just moving out of her house, my former childhood home, and I helped her move out to clean out the garage, and I found my old Goosebumps books from 20 years ago at least. I haven't read these since then. These are, geared towards children or preteens, and these were always the go-to books for anything scary. Everybody had these books. Everybody. And I remember they came out so fast that I read the first 30 of them and then I couldn't keep up because they kept coming out so fast. And also, I remember the stories seemed to repeat themselves all the time and it got kind of old for me. And I started to realize a lot of them were sort of the same thing that's been done on the Twilight Zone a lot. There's a book I remember called Say Cheese and Die, which was about a camera where if you take a picture with the camera, then it shows the future and it's always something bad. But there's a Twilight Zone episode I saw later. It's called A Most Unusual Camera. It's basically the same thing. But anyway, I mean, these books were just sort of like a regurgitation of all pop culture horror things. You had werewolves, there was a mummy book, and just all kinds of things. They're really easy to read. Even back then, you could read it in like a day or just a few hours, whatever. Like I remember, I would start off, and I think it was this one particularly, The Girl Cried Monster. One night, I thought I'd maybe read a few pages, read a chapter here or two, and then I found myself just reading through the whole thing. They were really, really entertaining. So they'd keep me up at night all the time, and like just to give you an idea what these are like, they're really campy and they're just a lot of fun. But I'll read the back of this one. Lucy likes to tell monster stories. She's told so many that her friends and her family are sick of it. Then one day Lucy discovers a real live monster, the librarian in charge of the summer reading program. Too bad Lucy's told so many monster tall tales. Too bad no one believes a word she says. Too bad the monster knows who she is and is coming after her next. Reader beware, you're in for a scare. So that gives you the idea. So that's Goosebumps. They were extremely popular in their day, and even now I think they're still going on. I think that there's even a show, which I think are the same thing as the books. I've never seen it, but they've been making them into episodes, so now you don't even have to read. Kids today can just watch them. That's that. There's also another one that R.L. Stine did called Fear Street. I remember that one as well, but I always liked the ones with monsters a lot better. Oh, one last thing to say about Goosebumps. I remember that they would always have cliffhangers at the end of the chapters, and it used to piss me off all the time as a kid because I'd want to, find somewhere to just bookmark it and come back. And you can't do that because every chapter ends on this cliffhanger. It's like, oh, wait, I got to see what happens next. And then it's always something stupid. It's like there's a monster in the woods, and oh, wait, no, it's just a squirrel or something like that. And then it's all like, oh, shit, that's disappointing. But that actually kind of taught me some lessons in storytelling, is to always string the audience along, because you never want to feel resolved. You never want to feel like you can stop. You always want it to be continuous, that you can't stop reading or stop watching until things get resolved. So always keep the stakes going higher and just keep stuff going on. So that's just lessons learned in storytelling. So I have one more series of nostalgic scary books for you. These ones were called Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark. And these are ones that I never read. There's only 3 of them, by the way, as far as I know. But these ones, I knew some friends who had them, and I would always look at the pictures, and the pictures are so scary. But I never really read them until recently. I checked some of them out to see what they are, and I'm like, oh, these are not scary at all. These stories are like just to give you an idea, like there's one where this kid finds a toe in his garden, a severed toe, I guess, and then he brings it home, and then he hears this voice coming into the house saying, "Where's my toe?" And it's written like that, and it's just so cheesy. But the illustrations in these, even today, are terrifying. I mean, like, seriously, I mean, like this one right here, it's like looks like it's a decapitated pig's head hanging on the clothesline. And I remember this. This image is actually burned in my brain from when I was a kid. This is some scary stuff. I mean, look at these pictures. These are fucked up. I mean, God. Oh my God. These were children's books? And it doesn't go along with the stories. The stories are not scary, but the pictures, holy shit. Holy shit. They're awesome too. I mean, I'd hang this on my fucking wall and then have nightmares over it.